See? It's a revolution. Capitalism's days are numbered.
Then there goes our freedom. If socialism wins, America loses.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
And our civilization.
Come on.
Learn some history. Private property and free markets built modern-day society.
Yeah, and modern society is the problem.
2 for March of history. Thank you.
Enjoy the show, boys.
Look at this theater. Look at all of this plenty. This is capitalism.
So capitalism's diabetes? Shh. Got it. Sorry. Your whole world is coming apart. I pity you.
America is once again at ideological war. After decades of post-war consensus, the great debate between capitalism and socialism has captured the public square. And no 2 men have more fervently fought this battle than socialist philosopher Karl Marx and classical liberal economist Ludwig von Mises. Marx versus Mises. Mises versus Marx. The march of history continues.
Workers of the world, assemble. It's time for the ruling classes to tremble. I'm the people's hero, the MVP, M-A-R-X. Yeah, you know me. Let's go back to when men were free. We hunted and gathered communally, but get ready, cause here comes the twist. A villain appears, called a capitalist. He puts the proletariat, that's us, in chains, exploits our labor in pockets of gains. Through slick ads, he tricks lads and ladies in kind. Selling fake needs, he poisons our hearts and minds. He rots our soul through alienation, pursuing limitless accumulation. He works us into an early grave. Through debt steals back the money we save. Greed is the gospel, profit. The rich get richer through graft and fraud. The poor get poorer, but you don't care. Doesn't that sound laissez unfair? 200 years I've been singing this song. Now my chorus is 99% strong. The revolution's here, it's time to repent. Your moment is over, your capital spent.
This is history's lesson. You think he's right? I'm guessing. All we want is progression. We've had bourgeois oppression. So we look for the truth as we tighten our boots. Who's right, who's wrong? Left, right, left, now the march is on.
Guten Tag, Marx. Nice to meet ya. My name's Ludwig. Call me teacher. The master of markets, the Austrian boss. You don't like profits? Well, let's talk loss. The problem with your plan is nobody wins except Stalin, Pol Pot, Ho Chi Minh, Lenin, Mugabe. Remember Berlin? They built a wall to keep their people in. Your theories have a rotten foundation, built on control, not cooperation. Centralized power completely corrupts. Real people suffer, violence erupts. Your system depends on the very same people you decry as greedy, bourgeois, and evil. If we're not fit to run our own lives, why would you expect our votes to be wise? If you really want to help people rise up, unleash the free market, let their lives up. It was capitalism, not a socialist plan. Saved billions in India, China, Japan. Everyone has a unique purpose and plan. No one solution can serve the whole land. Each individual has their own voice. The heart of my theory is freedom and choice.
This is history's lesson. The market's a blessing. Let's pursue our expression, living free from aggression. So we look for the truth with the freedom to choose. Who's right, who's wrong? Left, right, left, now the march is on.
Free marketeers love to play this game. Mao kills billions, Marx gets blamed. It's deceptive, dishonest, plain unfair. Did I drive the tanks at Tiananmen Square? Man, I'm a humanist. You can check my receipts, but you gotta break eggs if you wanna eat. Don't like violence? Admit defeat. Then I'll call this revolution complete. Till then, let's get a few things straight. I'm not shaping the future, I'm embracing our fate. My utopian forebears weren't that specific, but this analysis is highly scientific. Every social system has governing laws. Capitalism? Doomed because the system generated its own fatal flaws by uniting workers in a common cause. Thanks to you, we have all the wealth we need to seize control and eradicate greed. The people people are rejecting your bourgeois lies. Real Marxism has never been tried. Equality is the core of my creed. From this one's ability to that one's need. Our healthcare, finance, and industry, let's collectivize and set ourselves free. Your standard refrain, oh, that's not the real thing. The most common verse all your followers sing. The closer we get to your ideal system, further we go down the road to surfer. The empirical record can't be denied. Your ideas don't work, but they just won't die. Attention! This is not breaking news. Jevons and Menger lit that fuse. Now here comes the bomb via von Bonn. He blew up your system, exposed the core work. The heart of your theory is exploitation of surplus value. That's a bogus equation. You can't explain value by measuring the cost of labor. That theory of value is lost favor. Value is subjective by every measure. One man's trash is another man's treasure. There's no exploitation if two people arrange voluntary exchange. Man, that's not deranged. That bourgeois transaction you diss with a scarf creates benefit for both, so we're both better off. Here's the real problem, the crucial equation. Without private markets, there's no calculation to coordinate courses, allocate resources, incentivize choices because it lacks prices. What crop should I grow? Should this factory go? Should I pick a J.O.? How would your planners ever know? Your theory is a bundle of confusion. Socialism got crushed by the marginal revolution.
This is history's lesson. All we want is progression. Let's pursue our expression. Living free from aggression. So we look for the truth as we tighten our boots. Who's right, who's wrong? Left, right, left, now the march is on.
All better off. Are you kidding me, Mises? My immiseration thesis tears you to pieces. Your economy grows, but not our wages. You call that progress? I think it's outrageous. In 1820, everyone was poor until capitalism kicked down the door. Real wage growth, not stagnation, saved 80% of the world from starvation. You kicked down the door, but you locked us out. That's what your free market is all about. Here's what you do. On your next shopping spree, pick up this book by my boy Tommy P. The pie can get bigger, it's not zero sum. Free markets have lifted the lowest incomes. If you really want to help out the poorest nations, encourage peace, trade, and immigration. The earth is boiling, and your solution is more production, more pollution, more cheap trinkets and bigger malls, more fossil fuels, more aerosol. Wait, what? A problem this big, we need total control. A Green New Deal to save the North Pole. We can't gamble the future on anarchy. Greed's not a plan, it's insanity. Your story's bombastic, your rhetoric's strong. There's only one problem, your theory's wrong. The wealthiest countries do the most to conserve. Haven't you heard of the Kuznets curve? Only wealthy societies can afford to go green. If you want a better world, see the unseen. Even carbon will bend to creative destruction with entrepreneurship in the means of production.
This is history's lesson. The market's a blessing. All we want is progression. Living free from aggression. So we look for the truth with the freedom to choose. Who's right, who's wrong? Left, right, left, now the march is on.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The long march of history will come to an end. Hegel was close, but to a priori. Once we break down my dialectical story, proletariat, bourgeoisie, them versus us, you versus me, slave, master, lord and serf, new class battles, same old turf. We have what we need to throw the chains off us, organize the economy like the post office. The state takes over, but that's not the whole plan. Watch it wither away and leave socialist man. Our goal is true fairness, outcomes that are equal. Capitalism over. Here's a socialist sequel. Revolution's coming, prepare for the fight. Workers of the world, unite.
Nothing is determined. You're so fatalistic. A grand theory of history? Be realistic. Your failed predictions? A distraction. Here's some questions that guide human action. Where are we going? What's the right course? What will motivate us? Incentives or force? Here's what you miss from commanding heights. Each person's gifts and individual rights. Across every continent, culture, and creed, people have flourished only when free to find passion, profit, charity, and love through the shape of a hand, not a boot from above. Socialism's record isn't hard to parse. First it was tragedy, now it's a farce. Let's unite people from every nation in peace, exchange, and cooperation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So... I told you Marx was right.
No way. It's Mises all the way. The free market brings the goods.
Yeah, it brings the goods, all right. A heaping pile of inequality and strife.
Try peace and prosperity.
Yeah, I am. I am trying that.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, because it doesn't look like it.
Did you watch this?
Yeah. Half of it was good.
Visit MisesMarx.com to learn more about the debate over the future of our economy.